It's a well-known fact that NFL players are paid astronomical salaries, and the opportunities for sponsorships and promotions only add to their ever-expanding bank accounts. But who are the wealthiest NFL players of all time? Is there anyone from the current crop on the list? And how much money does it take to become one of the wealthiest NFL players? Beginning with number 10. Russell Wilson, $135 million. Russell Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks quarterback who led the franchise to its first and only Super Bowl victory in 2014, is at the bottom of the list. He was drafted by the Seahawks in 2012 and has remained with the team ever since. Wilson is currently the highest-paid NFL player, earning around $35 million per season from the Seahawks. He also has endorsement deals with some of the world's largest corporations, including Nike, Bose, and Mercedes. Wilson also has a number of profitable business ventures. Number 9. John Elway, $145 million. In Denver, there aren't many bigger names than John Elway. The quarterback spent his entire career with the Broncos, where he led them to 2 Super Bowl victories. He is now the general manager and executive vice president of football operations. Elway's annual salary with the Broncos is around $3.75 million. However, much of his wealth has come from astute business transactions. He owns 4 steakhouses and 5 car dealerships, which he sold for $82.5 million in 1997. Not to mention his numerous endorsement deals, including those with Chevrolet, Sprint, and Nestle. Number 8. Eli Manning, $150 million. Eli Manning, the list's second Manning, spent his entire career with the New York Giants before retiring in January 2020. During his time with the Giants, he won the Super Bowl twice and was named Super Bowl MVP both times. Manning is the highest-paid NFL player of all time, having earned a total of $252.3 million in salary alone over the course of his career. He has also received sponsorship from a number of well-known companies, including Samsung, Reebok, and Kraft. He used to earn around $8 million per year from endorsements alone. Number 7. Drew Brees, $160 million. Brees has been in the NFL since 2001 and has played in Louisiana since 2006. So far, his career high point has been winning Super Bowl 44 and being named Super Bowl MVP. Brees recently agreed to a 2-year, $50 million contract extension with the Saints. His wealth is also derived from the numerous restaurants he owns. He owns a quarter of Wok Bistro's Ons and Bar and a Jimmy John's franchise. Number 6. Tom Brady, $200 million. The GOAT played for the New England Patriots for 19 seasons, winning a record 6 Super Bowls. He recently signed with the Buccaneers and is now one of the highest-paid players in the NFL. Brady's 2-year, $50 million contract at the Buccaneers is guaranteed. But that's not all, he could earn an additional $4.5 million per year through incentives. The superstar quarterback also earns money from endorsements with well-known companies such as Aston Martin, Under Armour, and Movado. Number 5. Steve Young, $200 million. Steve Young, another quarterback, is up next. He was a member of the San Francisco 49ers for 13 seasons, winning the Super Bowl 3 times. He was Joe Montana's backup for the first 2 Super Bowls, but he was MVP in Super Bowl 39. Young made a lot of money during his playing career, but the majority of his fortune came after he retired. He is the co-founder and managing director of Huntsman Gay Global Capital, a private equity firm with $4.3 billion in assets. Number 4. John Madden, $200 million. There's no denying that John Madden was one of the most well-known football coaches of all time. He makes this list, however, because he was a member of the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad during the 1958 season. Madden is on this list for one reason: his association with EA Sports' hit game franchise. He also made a lot of money from broadcasting, and he appeared in commercials for companies like Verizon Wireless, Miller Lite, and Outback Steakhouse. Number 3. Peyton Manning, $250 million. Peyton Manning is a name that almost everyone in the United States has heard of. The two-time Super Bowl champion and 14-time Pro Bowler spent the majority of his career as the Indianapolis Colts quarterback before finishing his career in Denver. Peyton Manning is a big fan of endorsements and has received money from a slew of companies, including ESPN, MasterCard, and Reebok. He also had 31 Papa John's franchises until 2018, when he sold them all. It has recently been strongly suggested that Manning will soon transition to commentary, where he would earn an 8-figure salary. Number 2. Roger Staubach, $600 million. Roger Staubach is the next person on the list who you probably didn't expect to be so wealthy. The former Dallas Cowboys quarterback and two-time Super Bowl champion retired in 1979 after a 10-year career. While Staubach certainly made a good living from the Cowboys, the majority of his wealth has come from other ventures. He was a partner in the Staubach Company, a real estate company that sold for $613 million in 2008. He's also made money from commercials and color commentary. Coming up on number 1 on the list is Jerry Richardson, worth $2 billion. The former owner of the Carolina Panthers, a franchise that was sold for $2.3 billion in 2018 amid allegations of misconduct, was a player in the late 1950s, playing for the Baltimore Colts, with whom he won the NFL championship. Richardson, on the other hand, did not become wealthy as a result of his football career. Instead, he made money through Hardee's franchises, the first of which he opened in 1961. He would end up owning half of Hardee's and having stakes in a variety of other businesses. By 1993, he had amassed sufficient wealth to establish the Carolina Panthers, the NFL's 29th franchise. How much do NFL players make? The average NFL player earns around $2.7 million per year. While some, such as Russell Wilson and Tom Brady, earn tens of millions a year though, many rookies earn just $480,000 per year. It won't surprise anyone to learn that quarterbacks demand the biggest salaries, with the average yearly wage for a quarterback being just under $5 million. Did anyone on the list surprise you? Let us know down in the comments section. Subscribe to our channel and comment, "I subscribed," so we can thank you personally.